All right, y'all, this is another episode of Dante Elevates. It's been a minute, so I want to talk about how I manifested a job back in 2022, okay? In 2022, that was like the ultimate struggle that I went through mentally, not only mentally, but physically. It was challenging because I lost my job March of 2022, and I didn't find another job until November of 2022. So that was like an 8-month stretch of not working, but at the same time, although it was a struggle, it's what I needed because I had all that time to myself. I had all that time to think, sit back and reflect on the past decisions I made, the past actions I made with people. It was just 8 months of thinking. Because think about it, I started going to preschool at the age of 4. And I went to school all the way until like junior college. Not only that, but also working every day. And you don't have that time to just sit back and reflect. Now, you have certain moments throughout the day to sit back and meditate, but you know, what average person want to do that after working like an 8-hour shift, 12-hour shift, and sit back and meditate? So when I went through that whole entire 8 months of not working, I knew right then and there that I was responsible for every little thing that was happening in my life, good or bad. All the good things, my fault. All the bad things, my fault, because you are the creator of your life. Now, there are certain situations where it's out of your control and you have a little bit misfortune. But if you know in your heart that, for example, like myself, when I lost my job in March of 2022, that was my fault. It wasn't my boss's fault. It wasn't because they were racist. I sit back and I look at certain moments like, okay, I could have did that better. I could have did this better. You know what I mean? If I would have did certain things better at the job that I was working at between the years of November 2018 all the way until March of 2022, I would still be working with this specific company right now. So let me go ahead and get to the topic, because I know y'all guys are like, okay, Dante, we're trying to find out like how you manifested this job. We don't want to hear all this rambling, just get straight to the point. How did you manifest this job? Okay, I'm about to get to it, but keep in mind that everything I said was critical to how I manifested this job. So I hope you retained everything that I said. So let's go ahead and get straight to the topic. Okay. I started working at this job November of 2022. Not the job that I manifested, but a job that I really needed at the time because, it was getting close to the holidays. Christmas is around the corner. So I took this job that I really didn't want to work at, but it was similar to a job that I worked at for like 8 years. So it's familiar to me. So when I started working at this job, I was doing everything right across the board. And I even got like a free hat from the company for the simple fact that I was the only one that was doing these safe work observations. And what that pretty much is like, if you see anything that's dangerous around the yard, you're supposed to report it. And I was the only one that was doing that. I was doing like 3 a day. And everybody else wasn't doing it. So I got that hat. So like I said, I was doing everything across the board right. I was grateful for having the job at the time because, I was out of work for like about 8 months. So that me having gratitude was just on a whole nother level. I was just grateful to have a job. So 3 weeks later, after I was working at this job, I had an old friend, acquaintance that I used to play basketball with in elementary. He hit me up. He was like, man, I don't know why I thought about you, but, there's this company that's hiring and they're paying X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to tell y'all how much I'm getting paid, but they're like, yeah, they're paying X, Y, and Z. So I was like, wow, this is what I asked for. So if any of y'all are familiar with Dr. Joe Dispenza, I pretty much followed the same thing from tuning into New Potentials. That was a chapter. And I followed like the same module as Jace did, which is Dr. Joe Dispenza's son. So when I manifested this job, I was on a high vibration. Okay. I was I was moving with gratitude. I was moving with appreciation. I didn't have no fear. I was just killing it with, this manifestation shit. I really was. So that's how I landed that job. That's how I manifested a better job. I even wrote on a piece of paper, I was like, hey, I want to get paid more than what I got paid for the previous job. Like, I wasn't thinking about, hey, I don't deserve to have a job like this because I messed up at the other job. I was thinking like, okay, I deserve it. I really felt that at the time. And that's exactly why I manifested this new job at the end of 2022. So with that being said, if you're anyone that's trying to find a better job, or you're just trying to find a new job in general, like, what are you doing in your present moment? Okay. How do you feel? Okay. You got to feel like you're about to receive that phone call for a new job. You have to feel like you're about to have that job that you just applied for. Okay. You have to feel the gratitude and the appreciation now. You can't be having any doubts. You can't have any fears. You got to get out of your head. You got to stop listening to all those voices, all those negative voices that's in your head that the devil is like trying to tell you, like, hey, you can't have this. You don't deserve to have this job because you messed up at the other job. Okay. You got to feel like it. You got to take action. You got to do what's right at your job. You got to move with right morals. You got to move with better integrity. Okay. I know this from experience because with these past jobs, I used to do like slick stuff behind the scenes. Okay. And I paid for that in the long run because what you reap is what you sow. Best believe that. Whatever you believe in, I don't care. It could be religion. It could be spirituality. It could be quantum physics. The same rule applies to what I just said. What you reap is what you sow, and that's with everything in life. There is a cause and effect to everything in life. Okay? So, if you're anybody that's trying to manifest a job right now, I want you to implement everything that I did from what I just told you in this video. Okay? Don't have doubts. Move with gratitude and appreciation. Don't have any fear. Don't have any shame. Don't have any guilt. Just speak your truth. If somebody come up to you and ask you like, hey, what happened to the other job? Because, people know people. You know what I mean? Sometimes they ask you those psychological questions like, hey, what happened at your other job? Just tell the truth. Because they're going to respect you at the end of the day for just telling the truth. Especially these managers that have connections to everybody. So just speak your truth because they'll respect you in the long run. Okay, this guy can tell the truth. He's killing it right now. He's not a part of what everybody else is saying right now. Okay. All right. Peace out. All right. Peace, love, and positivity. If you felt this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay. If you're trying to achieve anything in life, all right, remember what I just said. Move with gratitude, appreciation. All right. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm out.